Didn't see this one coming. Adult Swim announced this week that they'll be teaming up with Production IG to create 2 new seasons of FLCL more than a decade and a half after the original series. Created in 2000, the 6-episode anime aired on Adult Swim in 2003 to critical acclaim, quickly becoming a modern classic. Series creator Kazuya Tsurumaki will work as supervisor for the new series, which takes place several years after the original story and centers around a new character, Hidomi, and her mysterious new teacher, Haruko. Adult Swim will be producing 12 episodes for this series to be split into 2 seasons, the first of which is planned for 2017 or early 2018. Coming a bit sooner, Crunchyroll has made one of their first big announcements for the summer anime season. A new anime adaptation of Berserk will be simulcast this summer, showcasing the previously unanimated Black Swordsman story arc, which was the first arc of the manga. Sliding over from anime to video games, Marza Animation Planet has given a title to their CGI Resident Evil movie set for 2017. Announced at the Tokyo Motorcycle Show, Resident Evil Vendetta will feature a Ducati X-Devel motorcycle, presumably ridden by an equally personable Leon Kennedy. This will be the 3rd CGI movie set in the Resident Evil game universe. And speaking of movies set in game universes, Blizzard continues to make the case that they should really be an animation studio that occasionally makes video games. In anticipation for the upcoming Overwatch, Blizzard released Recall, a short cinematic that reveals a bit about Winston's past while setting up the events of the game. In other Blizzard news, a spotlight has been given to Dehaka, the newest champion in Heroes of the Storm. The Primal Zerg is a melee warrior that collects essence from fallen foes that can be used to fuel a self-healing ability. Instead of a mount, Dehaka uses the Brushstalker ability, allowing him to burrow into the ground and appear in any targeted bush. His drag ability does exactly what it implies, allowing him to capture and drag opponents a short distance. Darkstorm deals AoE damage and makes Dehaka unaffected by enemy collision boxes, and Burrow allows him to take to the ground to avoid enemy attacks. Dehaka's first heroic ability is Isolation, which silences and slows the targeted player while eliminating their team vision. His alternate heroic is Adaptation, which provides healing based on incoming damage. And finally, Capcom is still rolling out features for Street Fighter V, but not everything is ready to go yet. While a March update will introduce the eShop to the game, and with it Alex as the first DLC character, Capcom is not yet ready to start taking people's real-world money. While Alex will be purchasable with in-game fight money, Capcom has decided that their system is not yet ready to convert real-world cash into in-game zenny. As a result, Alex will be made temporarily available at no cost until the real-world money functions are established. And just to try something new out this week, here's a list of upcoming video games on Steam that might be worth checking out. First up, there's 1993 Space Machine. Space shooters never die, and 1993 is a testament to that. 1993 is a classic shoot-'em-up celebrating games like Gradius, R-Type, and Life Force. Angry Video Game Nerd 2 Assimilation. When a mysterious beam from space transforms a world into a game, the angry video game nerd must return to put the ass in assimilation. Utilize new mechanics, power-ups, abilities, and collectible armor pieces to defeat your most powerful foe yet and save the world. Trial by Viking. Trial by Viking is a deep action-packed single-player adventure through the dark worlds of the Norse gods, where you will explore cavernous dungeons, hunting for treasure, race for your life from surprise traps, encounter tricky puzzles, and have vicious axe battles with bloodthirsty kobolds. Adaraj, a turn-based strategy game inspired by sci-fi space naval battles in 80s anime, where you command a fleet of 10 warships against a rival commander. Master 4 different ship classes, each with their own strengths, weaknesses, and roles in combat in an all-out battle for supremacy. And Rewind. You're never alone with a clone. Rewind time and duplicate yourself in this first-person puzzle game. Eliminate your enemies even if it's yourself. Can you make it to the exit? You can only count on yourself. It looks like a first-person shooter version of Braid. And that brings us to this week's awesome video. Is it sad Ben Affleck realizing he's been involved in yet another poorly received superhero movie?
I just wondered whether how that makes you guys feel and whether it will even affect the film as such.
Well, the interesting thing is that
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
It should be, but no, because there's someone out there even sadder than Ben Affleck right now, and that's Gawker's Nick Denton. So enjoy as Taiwanese animators recap the Hulk Hogan vs. Gawker trial, whose jury ordered an additional $25 million in punitive costs against Gawker on top of the $115 million in damages it already awarded Hogan.
Gawker 网站的前总编辑 AJ 在证词中还开了一些跟儿童色情有关的玩笑话。Gawker 网站得缴交5000万的保证金，虽说他打算提出上诉，但是创办人尼克丹顿金库里还够吗？
And that's everything for this week, so what do you think about revisiting FLCL? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, maybe pass this video around to your friends, and have a great Easter!